Hey Busy Fit fam, this is Stephen Anderson and I'm your Busy Fit coach. Welcome to week 10, day 2, which is the second day of your Whole 30 reset, and I'm so glad that you're here. Commit to this process. The impact of this process is really much bigger than most people realize. If you think about it, there is an inborn drive in each one of us to really further the cause of humanity. So think about it this way. When it comes to your children or your grandchildren or even your little sisters and brothers, maybe your tiny cousins, you'll put yourself through a lot of things. You'll suffer through a lot of things. You'll work through a lot of things for them. For your children, you work hard and you grind and you go and you do because there's an inner drive that comes from preserving the future of humanity. And what I'm submitting to you is what you're doing right now is part of that process. What you're doing right now is showing them a way to overcome obstacles and to overcome challenges and to meet goals. It's showing them a way how they can live healthy and strong. It's showing them a way that they can be able to benefit themselves from what you're learning. Now, if you have a household, maybe or maybe not, your household is on this plane with you or not. But I can tell you this, by having you in there, you now give an opportunity for that healthy influence. This isn't just about you. Maybe the drive that you have for yourself is, or maybe it isn't enough, but remember that regardless of that, you have an inborn requirement in yourself to really want to further the cause of humanity. That big picture is what's at stake. So think about this as you commit to this process. There are people who are looking at you. There are people who depend on you. There are people who can benefit, whose lives are going to be better because you went through this reset, because you made it happen. Remember that, and you'll always find, and you'll always be able to share that you did what it took to keep moving forward. All right, now we are in our second day of the reset, and I'm going to go over 3 questions that can typically be asked during the program, and I want to make sure I provide those answers for you. Now, number 1 question is, does one bite of pizza or 1 glass of beer, does that really make a difference? And the answer is yes. Until you get complete removal for that longer period, that 30-day period, you really won't know what your body is going to be able to do to kind of get itself lined out. And you'll be surprised, for some people, there is a high level of sensitivity. For some people, there is a low level of sensitivity. But unless you remove it completely, then the answer is you don't really know what the effect is, and that's the whole point of the exercise. All right, so question number 2 is, if I eat something that's off plan, do I really need to start over? Yes. All right, so this is just part of the process of understanding that we really want to make this environment as clean as it can be so we can get the benefits from it. Now, the second piece to this is to understand that even though we'll continue with our days in the program, you can still have access to the reintroduction videos and the reintroduction lessons after this. So it's not a big deal for you to start over, and because we're going to be moving on to the reintroduction at the end of the 30 days. But you getting through this properly is a big deal. So we do advise you that if you eat something off plan, just start over. All right, so let's say number 3, you accidentally lick a little syrup off of your kid's plate, or you checked and your grandmother used soy sauce in the meatloaf and you asked all the questions and she didn't tell you that until you already ate it. Do you need to start over? Yes, all right. It's just pretty much black and white on that, but remember, it's not that big of a deal to start over. It will probably benefit you to start over with your 30 days. So that comes the same thing with Christmas or with New Year's or with birthdays. If any of these are in the midst of your whole 30, don't worry about it. Warming up to it may be a great way for you to get started. Just understand, enjoy your birthday. If you want to have that birthday cake or you want to eat something off plan and enjoy your Christmas and your Thanksgiving, I say do it, actually. And then just start over after. It's not that big of a deal. The videos will be there and you'll still have what you need to keep moving forward. Now we're on to our calls to action. Of course, we are reading our Busy Fit Mindset statements every day. We're getting our activity in. We're eating slowly to 80%. We're getting our healthy portion sizes of protein and carbohydrates and healthy fat sources and repetition. We're doing that to set ourselves up for the week. We make sure we have our prep up for the setup. We know what we're doing. And we're doing that when we're looking at our meals. We're making sure our meals have those components in them. Also, remember the things that make your food healthy. Healthy psychological response, a healthy hormonal response, a healthy gut, and a healthy immune system. All right, and tomorrow we're going to get 3 more questions that a lot of people ask when it comes to their Whole30. And I want you to watch this video, a little something from Bishop Jakes on commitment. All right, so until then, persist. I will persist until I succeed. I'll never give up, and I'll see you tomorrow.